live. Wednesday night with those guys, and Wednesday night with those guys is sponsored by
those guys.
Welcome everyone to Wednesday night with those guys, and as you know, Wednesday night with those guys is sponsored by those guys. And how is everyone's Wednesday doing? It is hump day, the middle of the week. I hope everyone's been able to get out and fly, enjoying themselves. We've had some pretty decent weather here in New York. I don't know about anybody else where they're flying. How's the weather where you are? And I hope you've been able to get out and fly. Like I said, this is Wednesday night with those guys, and this is where we promote
those guys.
Drones and the use. We promote drones and the use of. We talk about everything that has to do with drones. So what's going on there, Lawrence? How are you doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm just saying hello to the people in the chat. Tony's listening from North Carolina.
Oh, you actually got the Pennsylvania,
it's the Bethlehem Steel.
Yeah, Bethlehem, yeah.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Lord.
That place is really big. If you look over my shoulder here, you'll see the parking lot. That's where I was flying from. So to let you know how big it is, the cars are tiny in the distance there. This place is really big. But I was just saying what's up to Mr. J's RC. Quadcopters and Tech. Tony is in the Carolinas, North Carolina now. What's up, SJM? Aloha Sky Control Productions over in Hawaii. Corey Mano, what's good, man? How are you? Wayne B. Russell Glerum. Cool Big.
What's good, man?
How are you, man? What's good? What's good? What's good?
Coming up on 200. Wednesday. Coming up on 200, Cool Big. Coming up on 200.
Yeah, we're going to have a special show on the 200th. This is 197. We're going to have a bunch of guests come in, pop in and say what's up and help us celebrate our 200th show here on Herman's channel.
We got 200 coming up. Yeah, 200 coming up. Not a couple of weeks.
What's up with you? What's up with you, man? I mean, Ramadan. Ramadan.
Well, regardless of, it's been rough this week. We've been getting up early to take care of some stuff that we had to take care of. And actually, to get up that early this morning to get back here, I'm still tired, yo. I'm still tired. But yeah, we had to take care of those, Well, we found we have a new office for a little while. We're doing we're at this point it's an attempt because it's at the beginning stage of a gigantic hyperlapse.
Gigantic hyperlapse is an understatement. Gigantic hyperlapse is an understatement. You're talking about a 17-story building, right?
Well, it's a small building going up. I mean, it's not much bigger than anything else.
In that neighborhood, yeah. That's what's going down. The largest hyperlapse we've ever done, correct?
Well, a little something. I mean, I've never done one. That's why, honestly, I contacted someone for some help on it. Prominent gentleman in the industry, to ask him on how, if I needed, do I need to take a lot of pictures or do I need to just get just enough or some or what? Should I do it in stages? What? And he's told me to take as many pictures as I possibly can.
Yeah. So it's going to be a giant hyperlapse.
So
a really long hyperlapse.
What I was telling you before,
we're
probably going to need about 4 more batteries.
Yeah, I could believe it. I could believe it
Just
because
so that you're
we
not
burned through
consuming
five
yourself.
batteries. We burned through five batteries on that first day, on that one day.
Easy.
Easy, and we could have still burned through more. So yeah, you're right.
So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens.
Yeah, so wish us
Um,
luck, guys. We got our hands in a lot of pots, and we stirring them and
don't
and
get
playing them at the same time.
take your hand out the pot.
Well,
Because if you lap in it too much, people ain't gonna want to eat it.
well, no, we stirring a lot of pots for those guys, Ariel. Are we not? We're
No, I'm
stirring
just saying
our hands.
if you keep lapping in the
Oh,
pot,
I'm not tasting.
nobody
I'm not
nobody
tasting.
everybody's
uh,
gonna want to eat
I'm not tasting nothing till it's done.
it.
When this pot is done, then I'll take it. I'll take a sample and hold out my hand like this. You know.
You know what I did want to bring up because this week, right, is the last week of the month, right? Yeah.
Yes, it is. It is. Today's the 29th already.
So this weekend is the
Coming up is the first.
is right. This weekend is the South Florida drone meetup, right?
Correct.
The
Correct. Correct.
largest drone meetup
On the East Coast,
probably in I'm
I would say that on the East Coast
I'm
because the only one
you
that
said on
came
the East
close
Coast. No, seriously, I'm
was
gonna
Rhode Island.
no hold on a second. Hold on. Hold on, because I like Ray Kelly. I really like the gentleman because you know I'll get into that afterwards. But I'm gonna go out on a limb and say that as far as drone pilots in the community of drone pilots, he might be the largest in the country.
For meetup, right?
You heard about anybody else's?
Oh, well, Tony. So Tony just said. I was asking, is it going to rain there? Um, I didn't know if Cool Bick was talking about is it going to rain here or down there, but Tony just confirmed that it's the weather
Mhm.
for Saturday is zero chance of rain, but it's going to be
Okay.
cloudy.
Well, I hope
Yes,
you
yes,
guys
Draymond.
have great weather. I'm sorry I can't make it, but I
We
hope you
can't
guys
because
have
we need
great
to be
weather.
on this job site twice a week to
Well,
get.
I mean, not even that, but we're not going to be there on we're not going to be there the weekend, but but Mondays is important.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, I just plus I told you I had my family thing that I had to do this weekend. So, but regardless of that, but no, what I was say about the whole South Florida drone meetup. I'm like I said, I'm gonna go out on the limb and say it's probably the largest because I've never heard of anybody else putting together, and I take my hat off to Captain Ray. The spread that he's gonna put out, guys. If you haven't gone, if you've never been, I went last year.
Yes,
It
last year we
is.
had a ball.
I'll be honest with you. It is an event. He had uh people from the military, the army there
Uh-huh.
with that deal
They
with
actually
drones
had a,
in the
but didn't they
army.
have like a cutout of a missile? The missile
Yeah,
cut out
they
there? Yeah,
did. Yeah,
yeah.
the guys from the military that were there, and he does a very good. He put he puts out a very good spread. Uh,
Right. And Mark Fisher did a
Mark Fisher,
class on
yeah, Mark
editing.
Fisher did a class on editing.
Yep.
Uh, so if Maddie come around and he tell you he's taking a collection for pizza, give him some money because the pizza is pretty good where he gets the pizza from.
This is true. I did enjoy the pizza. I did enjoy the pizza there. The guy showed up with a few pies, with a few stacks of pies, and I did get to try some pizza down there. And like you said, it was a good turnout because that entire causeway was
Mhm,
covered with drone pilots, that
mhm,
side.
mhm.
It
And it's
was
supposed to be
hard.
bigger this year. Supposed to
Yeah.
be more people there this year.
I
So
think
like I
Billy
said, you
Kyle is
got
supposed to be there. Ken Dono, I think, is supposed to
mhm.
be there. I don't know
uh
if
uh
Dan is going. I don't know. I haven't spoken
uh,
to him, but
but I know that Ken Herron is supposed to be there.
Oh, Ken
Barkley's
Herron's
gonna
going to
be
show
there.
up
I believe
also.
Barkley's gonna
Irvin.
be there.
Okay.
What happened?
I was saying what's up to Irvin Mitchell.
Oh, okay. What's up, Irvin?
Yeah, last year we went, we had a great time. My only problem was I didn't get a chance to fly with everyone, which was hard because,
Well, you know what? Most of those type of events, even the meetups that we have, because talking about meetups, we've had meetups here in the city for years. And meetups, you always like, yeah, we're gonna meet up in the morning, in the afternoon, whatever time guys get off of work or before guys go to, anything gets done on the weekend. A lot of guys will meet up and get sunrise shots and stuff like that. And it started to turn into, something else. Guys started at one point, having a little
hey, Andy.
barbecue and stuff like that. And then from there it evolved. And then I started seeing guys like Captain Ray, who did the
The
South
view
Florida
chaser.
Drone meetup a couple of years ago.
Right.
And he had a good turnout then. And he got guys from, believe it, well, all over the country.
Mm-hmm.
Because guys are coming from the West, guys are coming from the East.
Isn't Gary going from
North.
Canada?
Yeah, now he's got international players.
International drone pilots coming in to fly.
You know
So
what I'm saying?
I
So
expect it to be a really great turnout, seriously. But
I just want to
I
ask
wish,
Gary one question: is he getting a rental car? Is he got a limo that's going to drive him around? Because he has a
yeah,
habit
because
of
you're going to need a car.
leaving
You're
his
definitely going to
drone.
need a car down
He
there.
has a habit of leaving his drone in the
Hey,
car.
Max Air. I'm sorry, I missed him.
Max is in here. Yo, what's up, Max?
Max Air, you and Tammy should be
420.
there already by now. They should be
Yeah.
there. I know. I think Ron is in Florida already.
Okay.
Um,
Well, Ron,
uh,
like Ron
Tony
is probably
and
one of those other people. Ron set up camp wherever he want to go.
I know, right?
I noticed that Ron goes wherever Ron wants to go.
Hey, it must be nice. I wish we could go, but
Scouts the area out. I
true.
swear I wish I could go. I really do. I mean, honestly, if I don't have a hotel at this point.
They're in. Tammy Jean says, yeah, they're in Florida already. Good, good. Glad you
But
made it down safe.
if I could go, if you didn't mind driving half the way, we can get there in like
Job site 2 times a week.
we can't get there back by Monday.
I know. Right. We can't be there. Shit.
Plus,
We could probably drive in 24 hours, 2 12-hour shifts with a lot of
no, I'm
coffee.
saying it's not impossible, but the only impossible thing is my Saturday would.
Yeah. What's going on? I know what's happening there. Well, you guys definitely have a good time. Shout out to Ray Kelly, um, and whoever else is Maddie, you guys who are organizing it down there. You already got some guys down in Florida. You guys have a ball. Yeah, I had fun last year, like I said. I wish 50% there. Safe travels, Tony. Yeah, he's in the
Who?
Carolinas.
Tony?
Yeah, Andy
Okay.
Cortez says he would rather be in Blackpool, hanging out, flying. I'm guessing.
Okay.
What's up, Andy
But
Cortez?
did
How are you, man? Hope all is well.
okay. Did Max and Tammy
They're in
catch
Florida
up to
already.
Ron?
Yeah, did you guys catch up with Ron, Tammy, and Max Air? I know he's down there somewhere. Just go in the hotel. Ron! You don't answer, run to the next hotel. Ron!
Ron's down there. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, he's down there. He's
He
definitely down.
he probably got a house down there.
I wouldn't be
Oh,
surprised.
no, Ron won't tell you. He probably got a house down there.
Oh no. Then we would know how much he's balling. He's really balling.
I'm telling you, Ron is big deal. Ron is big time, man.
Listen, kudos to Ron and Marcus with
You
Drone
don't
Nation.
know.
Kudos to everybody who's going down there. Make sure you have plenty of SD cards. I want to see a shitload of footage from you guys.
Yeah,
SJM says it's a long way across the pond. Yeah, you would have had to leave last month, bro. Start
well,
paddling last month, and the flow of the water is going
well,
toward the
if he
UK.
can get a ticket, he could probably get there.
Yeah, true.
I mean, if he don't mind paying all that extra.
Hey, happy birthday, Andy Cortez's dad. He's
Happy
82
birthday.
today. He's
Happy
82.
birthday.
Drone life. What's up, Chris? How are you, man? Yeah, happy birthday. Definitely cheers, man. 82 years old. I
Mhm.
inspire to live that long, if not longer.
I'm not sure.
Why?
I walk with a limp now, bro.
Yeah, yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine. You know what it is after sitting in a chair for over an hour and you have to stand up? Yeah, I feel you. I feel you, man. Definitely. But shout out to everyone that's here. Don't forget to click that like button, please. Only because
I'm 53 and I'm walk with a limp now.
yeah, that is kind of sad. I know I know what you're saying. I feel you. I don't quite walk with a limp, but sometimes I get up limping. So you know how it is. Those mornings you get up, you sit on the edge of the bed, and you say, nothing hurts there. Let's see, let's wiggle the toes. That's how you got to do. SJM, Dad's was 94.
Oh,
See,
okay.
see, see? Listen, if I could be that age and I don't have to use my hands to fly drones, I'm down. Like you said, by then, a little orb will come up, fly from here to Paris, take some pictures of the Eiffel Tower, do some bird's eye views, and come back. I'm good.
All within an air traffic management system.
Uh-huh. Yep.
I don't know. I'm not too sure about that. The word is still out
What?
on those type of things. We
Oh,
don't
well,
know.
yeah,
We
that's true.
just don't know. But
Well, go ahead.
you know what I was checking out? NYPD, Lawrence,
Yes.
has a drone soccer team now for
Yes.
the kids.
Yes, this is new. Go ahead.
Yeah, they're developing I don't know if it's a league they're developing or they're joining the existing league
They're
that
trying to join an existing league, from what I
uh,
understand
these
in the
kids are
story.
learning to build and use their own drones to play drone soccer.
Right. You have to build and repair.
Mm-hmm.
And this is the story
Now
from here, New York,
yeah,
about what they're doing.
yeah,
Kudos to them.
these officers are within the aviation unit of the police
Mm-hmm.
department, and
Yes.
they're working to help kids get their open their mind to the industry
This
of the
is
drones.
STEM right here.
Yeah, and exactly what it is. And this is inner city kids within the public school system.
Yes. I'm glad they're finally introducing it to kids here in New York, because
Well,
I know there are jobs out there, but to teach a kid to build a drone and understand the workings of an electrical device that you can make fly yourself. We didn't
mhm.
have toys like this when we were young,
Well, I tell you this,
or educational system like this. We had shop class.
we
You could lose a
did,
finger.
we did, and we didn't. We didn't. A lot of these type of things were only open to the kids that were more elite.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
understand?
yeah.
And with these type of programs that open the door for these kids to get into things
I'll
like
share
this,
it so they can hear the story.
what happened?
Go ahead. I'll share it so they can hear the story
Oh,
themselves.
yeah. With that type of thing, we always talk about drones made, built in America. If we don't introduce a lifestyle of this thing, of this world to the youth, we won't have anyone that will build that product here in
True.
America. You
Or
understand?
know how to repair it.
Well, regardless of knowing how to repair it, you don't really have to know how to repair it if you're
True.
not building it.
If you know how to build it, exactly.
No, if you're not building it.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
If you're not building it, you don't need to know how to repair it.
Right. You have a valid point there.
So when we talk about made in America and wanting to have American made drones, you have to develop what they call, we always use the word, we throw it around, but no one understands actually everything that has to do with it. But the word infrastructure.
Right.
And infrastructure is not just
Hey, Gary.
a physical concrete place or thing. It's actual the whole knowledge and a whole culture of a lifestyle of something. Like when we talk about over in manufacturing and stuff like that over in China, and
Yeah.
how a lot of things get built,
Mm-hmm.
you'd be surprised that you'll have one device made by someone and you bought it from that company, but within that product there's parts that he got from another company that are manufactured within the same manufacturer that built that product for him, and all of those companies within the same area. And we don't have that kind of thing going on here when it comes to building electronics.
Yeah, we have nothing close. Well, we have close, but nothing
Boy,
in comparison.
not that to nothing
Yeah,
can.
not on that level. Yeah,
So
yeah,
when you start getting into stuff like that made in America, if you don't start introducing it to be able to breed a culture of it, you'll never have it. We've been talking about this for the longest time.
yeah. You
We
won't
even talked
succeed.
about the drone soccer when we first mentioned it a while back. We even talked about it when we saw it the first time. This one gentleman had brought it to some kids at this one school, I believe it was, and it was very interesting, like how your teammates have to block the other guy from trying to get into the goal.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's an interesting game.
And well, it's catching on. They seem to be introducing it to more and more schools. The fact that they finally brought it here to New York is a plus. That's definitely a plus.
You're gonna
I
play?
I want to see it more in schools. Hey, Bill, Coast to Coast, how are you? What's
Bill.
up, One Vision Aerial? From that little program of teaching
Mhm.
them how to design drones, when they come outside one day and they see a delivery drone or any type of drone in the air, they'll
Mhm.
have the basic fundamentals of how that thing is up there. They'll understand that. It may
True,
ins- it may
true.
inspire them to
But
want to build or
but
work.
no, but here's the
Wanna,
thing. That program alone would help inspire them. That program alone would help inspire them.
yeah,
You
yeah,
understand what
you're
I'm saying
right.
to you?
You're right, 100% right. And not everybody's doing it. It's good to get in on the boat early because by the time you have a full comprehension, you always have that group of people, Herman, that say, "Oh, I like that. I like what they're doing." And
Mhm.
then they don't jump in until they see someone else doing it. And by the time these kids are already established in it, more and more people are going to jump on the boat.
Well, like I said, what I like about it is the fact that you okay. Show you something that you probably relate to. You remember just recently the Yankees brought up a kid from their farm system,
Right.
shortstop, right?
Yes.
He's going to
Youngest
come
kid,
up
yeah, like
21.
Jigger.
21 is going to start opening day. Now, let's go back. Derek Jeter, same thing.
Yep.
Same thing. How does that happen? You find the people, you cultivate it, and you get what you're looking for. It's the same thing. You plant, you put a little bit of fertilizer, some water, you're looking for a plant to grow.
Right.
If you keep trying to catch it at the middle and at the top end, you'll have a lot of research projects.
True.
You understand?
Yes,
But
definitely.
to cultivate the culture and have these kids coming out of school
I'm
already having the idea in the head of that. This
I'm
is something
listening.
to get into.
I'm listening to you. I'm trying
You
to
know
get
what I
you
mean?
PayPal because Andy said he wanted to send you a PayPal, super chat, but it's not activated. And you can
Mm.
thank YouTube for that because they just
I
don't
keep
want
telling you that
Herman
shit's
to
broke.
be monetized. He's trying. Here you go.
It's broke.
Here is
What happened?
PayPal. If you want to send something, Andy
Oh, okay.
Cortez, Herman would
Thank you,
appreciate
Andy.
it. No, you didn't lose your wrench. For those of you who
Ooh.
do not have a wrench, it was at a time where Herman decided he wasn't giving out any wrenches because it didn't make sense that people were coming into the chat
Who lost the
and
wrench?
disrupting the live stream, and so many admins were doing nothing about it.
Who lost the wrench?
Oh, one visionary says that, hey, I lost my wrench, bro. And Sky from Aloha, Sky Productions.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, John Olson was saying, how come his letters stand out from everybody else's?
Oh, I don't. Everybody's letters look the same to me on here.
No,
I don't.
you're talking about how everyone, some people have wrenches and some people don't.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
well, I mean, it's no different. It's not that it's anybody has anything more than those just moderators of the
Hey,
chat.
Warren, what's
I
up?
mean, they don't. There's nothing extra that I don't have any members or anything like that. They get to see anything free or they get any special gifts. If I have anything that I'm going to share with anyone that I'm giving away, everyone has the same opportunity to it,
Right.
except for Gary from Brand
From
Area.
Canada?
Yeah,
Except for Gary from Canada?
yeah, just Gary in Canada. Anybody else in Canada, fine.
Right, because then you have to ship over. You have to ship internationally, right?
Well, no, I'll ship it to anybody else in Canada, but not Gary.
Oh, oh, that's funny. No,
No.
Max there is going. Where's my wrench? View chasers crying emojis. You guys, like we mentioned, have a good time down at the South Florida Drone Meetup. Definitely have a good time. Take
Mhm.
lots of SD cards, and we want to see footage. Gary put the sad emoji up, I
Who?
guess, because you're shipping to everyone in Canada but him. Yeah, click that like button if you haven't done it already, guys. Um, so if you're already down in Florida, I'm glad you
Mhm,
made it down there safe. If you're traveling to Florida within the
mhm.
next day or two, because the meetup is pretty much this week, next weekend, this weekend, this week.
This
It's
weekend.
this week.
That's what I said in the beginning.
Yeah.
Oh, he's almost here with me, everybody.
Hey,
Almost.
Andy Cortez said, buy yourself something pretty with your $10. So I
Okay,
guess
thank
I'm
you.
taking he sent something to your PayPal.
Thank you. Something pretty.
Andy,
How pretty should it be?
don't ask Andy that. Oh, Max there. Tony says he's available for autographs all next week. Though,
Okay,
in Florida, though.
I got you. I hear you.
But you guys have a great time down there.
No, I wish I could be there.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm,
There's just too much going on
you
right
know
now.
what, Lawrence?
Yeah.
I'm quite sure that everybody's heard about it, but Autel, they're extending the well, they're extending their customer service and support for the Evo 2
Mm-hmm.
series. I guess they heard everybody crying and wincing and moaning, and justifiably right, because you can't put out a product like these drones are not cheap, and for you to put out a drone and the drone doesn't, you don't have support for this thing after a year and a half, 2 years. For this
Yeah,
drone being out, that's a little, I mean, that's a little cheesy, man.
it is. It
Man,
is.
we're spending like $2,000 for some of these products with all when it's all said and done. You get into batteries, buying a case for this thing, or
Yep.
on a knapsack for it, backpack, whichever one you want to call it, to
Right.
keep this thing in. You take care of this thing, you buy filters for this thing. You're in a couple of grand after a while with these things,
Yeah.
and for them to not support it, that after about 2 years, that's tough, boy. That's real, real.
So if in the future you wonder why Autel goes out of business or drops in sales, this
Mhm.
could be one of the main reasons why.
Well, I mean, they
Well, they were supposed to end support when this year, right?
well after they released the I guess was that what the Evo was a two version 3.
Yeah.
They had came out with a notice saying that they were stopping the support and the service for the Evo 2 series, and as of what was it supposed to be May of this year,
Yeah. Which is right around the
on
corner.
the version 1 and the version 2, or is that what it say, V2 and V1 and V2.
Right.
um so now I guess what they extended this now from on the from May of this year to what, October of next year.
Yeah, 2024,
Yeah,
correct?
something to that effect.
So they're giving it a 3 year lifespan as opposed to a 2 year lifespan.
Right, and then supposedly the version 1, yeah, yeah, that was on the, I guess, the version 1 of them on that. And
Okay.
yeah, and I guess the customer service on the was it from May 31st of
Yeah.
24, and I guess that was the life of the V2
Right.
is October 31st of this year. And I guess they're gonna stop the customer service and support on it on the 31st of October of 25. So they're basically just bumping everything back about a year. But the end of life for the, like I told you, what the V1, I guess, was the 31st
Mm-hmm.
of 21.
Well, a few people are highly upset that Ortel would try to pull this off, and they have the reason, they have right to
I,
be.
I kind of understand what they're doing, but DJI has like how many drones out right now? Just gonna cap it off and say 50. that
Yeah. Yeah. Might as well be, right?
you remember you remember with the Young Guns, and my man, he said, how many is that right now? And he just said, all right, it was a rounded up to the nearest.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. Like, but no, DJI will put out like
DJI can afford to have a drone
40.
out for 2.5, 3 years and still make money off of it, but
Okay.
they don't end their support for a little bit. Yeah.
Autel put out these drones, right? Not
Mm-hmm.
DJI. Autel wanted to put out a drone that fits into every niche and every market and every space and every price tag, not DJI. Autel did that. And you're gonna tell me that you can't have support on these drones for more than 2 years? But
Yeah,
I
that
mean,
don't
I
make no
guess they
sense.
listen to the people and they're gonna offer a little bit more time. So I don't know. I guess it's a good thing. It's not much, but it's a good thing. I mean, the Phantom 4 Pro would have been trash over there.
Yeah, 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 yeah. You're right. You're right. What can you?
The Inspire 2 would have been trashed over there. That's what,
This
six
is true.
years?
And
6 years?
Inspire 2's been out for a minute, man.
6 years.
Wow, it's 6 years already.
Six
And I
years.
remember we had to meet. There was a meetup. The
About five,
NYC
6 years.
Fireborough had to meet up in Calvert Vaux, and the Spanish kid, Eddie, little short guy, came in. He had one. I think Ben. We had a meetup over there. Ben had one from NYC Fireborough. Those Inspire twos.
There was a couple of people who had Inspires that came to NYC.
Yeah, Eddie Nunez
Bro.
has one. He has an
Yeah, there was a
Inspire
couple
2.
other guys they had, and that's the first time I saw the backpack for the Inspire.
You're right. One of the guys in NYC Fireborough had the backpack.
I
I remember.
that backpack looks dangerous
It does. It does.
because the feet stick out and you put booties on it.
Yeah, to protect the motor pods. Yes.
Yeah.
Right. They look like little socks. Yeah. A huge projector screen. Andy Cortez is watching the live stream on a projector screen. He says, I'm 2 feet off to the side. He's watching on a big screen.
Oh.
We appreciate it.
I watch it on the big screen too.
Oh, yeah. You have a 49-inch, right?
Mhm.
Okay. Here we go. Here we go. Hold on. He just took a screenshot and
Sent it to
uploaded
you?
it. Yeah, he sent it to me, so I'm going to show you guys right here real quick. This is what he's watching a live stream on, and we appreciate you, Andy, for the support.
Thank you, Andy.
Here we go. This is the screen he's watching us on. So,
Okay.
yeah, damn, that covers the whole wall there.
Mm, okay.
Okay, yeah, he's laying in
Oh.
bed. Yeah, damn near covers the whole wall. Okay.
What size is that?
Yeah, what size is that, Andy? That's got to be that's bigger that looks bigger than a 65-inch. Definitely. That definitely looks bigger than a 65-inch.
You know what?
Huh?
Every time I look at this screen, right,
Yeah.
I kind of get mad that the guy talked me out of buying the bigger one. He said, I'm telling you, when you put this one in your room, you're going to notice how big it is. Yeah, it's big, but it's not as big as the one I wanted.
Right. He says a 200-inch. It's a 200-inch screen because he said it's projected. Right. Is being projected. Right.
All right, gotcha.
Yeah. To get those sizes, you need projectors. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be nice, though.
But that would be great for watching a movie on, though.
What kind of movie?
I don't. Well, I don't. Hey.
Anyway, on a lighter note.
Before we go to Squirrel.
On a lighter note, guess what, Lawrence? And I'm quite sure everybody knows yesterday because everybody saw it. DJI released the Integra goggles and the RC Motion 2. Now, DJI claims are supposed to enhance the user's experience with the DJI Avata.
So they claim.
Yeah, so they claim, right? That's what they're talking, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, what's going on with this thing? What's going on? What's up? So this is the DJI claims to have that you're supposed to be able to immerse yourself even deeper into the FPV sensation.
Right.
Yeah, that's what they're claiming. So that's if you've purchased your DJI Avata Explorer combo.
Right.
$1,278. No, seriously. No, they this DJI goggles and motion controller comes in, but it comes in not only with a nice little combo set, but it doesn't come without new firmware updates and stuff like that, and a new fly app
Yes.
new Fly app update, because this thing runs on the Fly app. So you
Yep.
get a new Fly app update and a new firmware update for the Avata, as well as whatever and whoever else I mean, guys, if you may not be flying the Avata, but there's a firmware update for the
Yes. Yes. If you have
so
using
if
the
you
Fly
have
app,
any of the
update it.
controllers, yeah, you can just
I
update.
did it last night when you sent, no, this
Yeah,
morning when you sent the
yeah,
text.
because we used it this morning, the new app, but what we were doing, it still runs fine. I don't know what it supposedly did. Maybe worked
Well,
out the
supposedly
kinks,
the
and
app,
other gave support for the new stuff that's being added. But there's a new firmware update. Not to cut you off, Lawrence, but sorry about that.
Mhm.
But for the drone itself, the goggles 2, the goggles V2,
Yep.
the RC, and that's the remote, and for the motion controller 2, motion 2.
Right.
So there's a firmware update for all of those that's supposedly going to give you all of the features that
That the new
DJI
setup has.
claims to have in this thing. So let's talk a little bit about this, Lawrence, because what I'm hearing and what I've read a little bit, yeah, I didn't, and I saw the video that they put out. It was a little, because it was an unboxing video, and then I saw another video
Hmm.
that, nothing special. Even this video was an older video of the
Yeah.
originally released, but the goggles, uh Integra, supposedly has an HD, what is it, 1080p micro OLED screen.
Yes.
The screen has 700 nits of brightness at a 100 hertz refresh rate. It has a low blue light uh feature that I guess it's supposed to, help you in low light with you know, those blue light filters.
Yes.
It's like something to that effect. I don't DJI. I don't even want to get into pronouncing what DJI calls it. But what I thought was I like about this, and for especially for guys who, I mean, I don't need it so much with flying the drone. I need it for reading and stuff like that, and seeing the computer screen.
Right.
Um, they have these a set or a pair or 10 pairs of corrective lenses for you to be able to put into your goggles.
Yes.
So,
Diopters, from
yeah,
what I
to be able,
understand.
right, to be able to help you be able to get this emerge sensation with their goggles that they claim
Here they are, right
so
here
you'll be able to see better.
on this picture.
Um,
Yeah. If
it
if
would
you wear
if you
glasses,
see, well, what you're showing is the motion controller too. But what I'm saying to you is that in the video, that if guys saw the video, they talked about how those 10 sets of the corrective lenses that'll come with it, that you can put in there, so it'll help you with your being able to see better. And what else is going on with us? So we're talking about 30 millisecond latency in
right.
the O3 plus video transmission system.
Hmm.
And this one is the one that I think that guys will probably enjoy the most, because this is the thing that I heard guys complain about the most with this, is that uh DJI now has, from what I'm understanding, is a built-in GPS connection. So there's
Yes.
no more need for the cell phone connection to be able to get your GPS connection. So it's a
Hmm.
built-in GPS connection, just like all the other products that you'll be able to get your GPS connection.
Right.
Also, you can still, from what I understand, connect your phone to it because
If
you
need
now
be. Hey,
no
Maddie, what's up,
no they have they well, from what I'm understanding, you can connect your
bro?
phone to for a friend to be able to view what you're seeing in the goggles on the flight.
Right.
Right.
Well,
So
from
that was one of the things that from what I read, I'm understanding that.
all of the specs that you read me,
Mhm.
that from all of the specs that you did really read, remember we were talking about the goggles because
Right.
I didn't think that they were strong enough. If
Mhm.
you're asking, are the goggles cheaper because of and because they're cheaper, they have less features? They do not. They have all the same features as the goggles 2
Mhm.
and the V2 goggles, except better battery output. And one thing you didn't mention also, the
Well, let me
battery, the
finish.
headband
Yeah.
now has a battery pack that goes on the back of your head. So,
Well, that was the next thing I was supposed
oh,
to say
I'm
because
sorry, I went ahead.
yeah, no, I was about to get to the battery part about it. But from what I understand is that
Okay, Andy.
certain button features are not found on this. From I'm not exactly sure.
Yeah.
Like I said, I don't have the product. I didn't. They didn't quite do a nice launch of it to me. The launch could have been a little better. This is one of those things you were
I
talking about.
agree.
Just show a video and call it a day.
Yeah.
They're gonna get it. They know what the Avata is. They know it already. Get it, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it, get it. I got more Avatas and to get rid of. I got a
And
room.
so
It's a room right across from the R1 and
the
one
spare
control.
parts room.
No,
Oh,
the R1 controller, the controller that come with everything.
yeah.
Yeah, they got a room right across from it with
Full.
more Avatas. So they know, Avata, get it.
Mm-hmm.
No, but seriously, I see a lot of guys really enjoy the drone. When we went to a meetup, right? It was what, Avata City. When we went down to I was in South Jersey to on Jersey Shore
Yeah.
the day after Christmas.
Yep. The Ken
And
Heron's
Aaron,
Day After
how
Christmas
many
meetup.
Avatas were out there?
There were a few. People had, yeah. People had a few. I'm posting the link from
A
DJI.
lot of Avatas. A lot of
Yeah,
Avatas.
you're
Guys have
right.
really bought that drone, and guys are really enjoying that drone. So, you know, I see that they have that Explorer pack.
Huh? This is the
Yeah,
Explorer pack right here.
yeah. So when you pick that joint up, you get the joint, you get all the joints in there with the I was mentioning with the little lenses. You get the new Motion 2 controller, that new Motion 2 controller with the firmware and everything. You
Yeah.
got all kinds of things happening with that
Hey,
with
there's
that
two kits.
with yeah. One is
Oh, this is a different one. Sorry.
the
This is the Avata
no,
Pro. Sorry.
that's not that one.
I was looking at the old version.
You got to go to the Explorer, yeah, that joint. But with this, you got that motion controller, right? And the RC, I said the motion, yeah, the RC motion controller. This is the thing. I was saying, looking at this thing, the way DJI kind of markets this is towards like a beginner, but I'm looking at this and it says that it's now got this new reverse mode. Is it from
Yes.
what I'm reading? And
Mm-hmm.
this has to do with being able to have now full directional range of not only forward flight, but now backwards and
Hey, Jeff Norman.
side flight. Jeffy, what's up? What's good, man?
He
No,
says,
but
greetings from the airplane, gentlemen. Wi-Fi on planes doesn't work well.
oh, sorry.
On his way to the South Florida drone meetup. Okay.
All right,
All
all
right.
right.
Have fun, man. Have fun.
Represent,
Fly
Jeff.
safe. You're going to meet a bunch of great guys down there. We had a ball
Yeah,
last
you're gonna
year.
have a great time, man. I see. This is why I said I'm sorry we're not going, because
It's
everybody's
going to be
going.
bigger than last year, and yet last year was
Mhm.
big.
I think we were the only ones from this side that were there, right? No, and Ron.
No, last year we had some people from New York there. Capture Life Connection, Deneen.
Yeah, I'm just saying, but I mean, Devine is here, you know.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean, as
Hey,
far as like
Paul.
it was Devine. Oh, and Stevie. Well, Stevie's
Yeah,
everywhere. Stevie is another one of those guys. He's like, anywhere is gonna be, Stevie's there. Before you even get there. Nah,
yeah.
Stevie's a
That's,
great guy though.
well, you guys have fun down there.
Yeah, it's gonna be a good time. Because the
Maddie
meet and
says they're
greet,
expecting between 130 and 150 people this year.
all
Maddie,
right,
looks like you better call that pizza joint and tell them
in advance.
about in advance. Send about 50
You
pies.
might want to get 10 pies, or was it? Yeah, about 50 pies on retainer.
Yeah, yeah. This is true. Yeah, Tony's in North Carolina now. He'll be down there
Okay.
by the time. I don't know if he's driving or I think he's visiting some people now and he's gonna
Mm-hmm.
drive down. I have no idea how he's getting down there, but he says he's gonna be there also.
Okay.
So you guys have a lot of fun down there.
Mm.
We'll be doing live streams from the event. See, that'll be good.
All
That'll
right.
be good to do. Get a
I'll,
couple of guys. Is Artie
I'm
going?
trying to
Artco? Is Artco
I'm gonna
going
try to
too?
check it out. I'm not sure.
He was there last year. I got to meet him and a bunch of people. We're not included in the list of New Yorkers, Tammy says. You're already down there, though. And she says we're not included, I guess, because
Who's not
we
included?
they are New Yorkers. We apologize.
Who's not included? Tammy
Tammy,
B?
she says we're
Oh,
not included in the list of New Yorkers.
I,
We, we,
I'm
we're
sorry.
sorry.
Yeah, of course you are.
Yes, yes, yes. They're already down in Florida, Maddie. Hey, Charlie, what's up? We need to do a New York meetup.
Who?
This is true.
You
This
know
is true.
what? I we did, but to be honest with you, a New
It was
York
a lot.
meetup. What happened?
The meetup that we those guys meetup we had
A
was a lot.
New York a New York meetup becomes an issue,
Right.
and it becomes because of, you see, like where Ray Captain Ray had the meetup there. He had the hotel there,
Yeah.
and the price of the hotel was fairly reasonable.
Yeah.
A
Right.
dive in New York is not reasonable.
Yeah, I know. I
You
know.
see where I'm going? And the final place that's in a proximity where guys will be able to get to the meetup without getting lost and stuff like that
Right.
becomes part of the whole planning of it. And I mean, that's not impossible, but it's the location of where we're gonna meet up and fly is
Right.
what the issue is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's the only place. That's what I think. I mean, we've been to a lot of the places, and then if it's not here in New York City, it'll be outside of the city someplace. But it's not that it's not impossible. But it's not, it's for one person or one or two people to plan something of that magnitude. It's almost impossible. You know, Captain Ray has help from Maddie, and Captain Ray has a lot of, I don't know if I can't contest to how much time he has to put into it, but he does put in. If you watch his live stream, he puts in a lot of time talking about the meetup. So Captain Ray puts a lot of time into that meetup, and I would have to have a lot of help to do a New York meetup
Yeah, yeah.
because, like I said, to arrange where guys would stay, and I mean, if for you guys that don't mind me just coming out and being honest and blunt about it, to find a reasonable hotel where you don't have maybe like some business going on in the room next door.
True, true. Or there's somebody drilling a hole through the wall.
No, I'm not talking about that. No, nothing like that. I mean, somebody's conducting business next door.
Yeah, yeah, I get it. I do get it.
Business.
Oh, business.
Yeah. Those kind of places are reasonable, but
Jeff Norman's, well, he
not
says how about
impossible.
those guys drone meetup on Eric Adams' front lawn, or maybe safer sunrise at Montauk Point.
Well, you know what's funny about that? I have video footage flying over it.
Over Gracie Mansion? Yeah.
Yeah. That building across the street up
Charlie
the
says
block
count
has
them in.
a
Hey, Blind
pool on the
Neil.
roof.
Oh, yeah. Hey, Blind Neil, what's good, man? We appreciate the thumbs up, and we always
You know it's
appreciate
right
each and every
across
one of you.
from you know it's
What's
right
up, Ray?
across from the Lighthouse
From Ward's
Park.
Island. From Ward's Island.
No, Lighthouse Park.
Yeah.
It's right across from Lighthouse Park. That day we met up at Lighthouse Park,
Yeah.
it's right across. Because if you remember, the highway goes underneath the buildings and underneath the Gracie Mansion.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I don't know.
Oh, Ray Kelly says thank you for the donations to a South Florida drone meetup.
Oh, well, you're very welcome, Captain Ray.
Lambo Drives.
Did you got it? Because I know you were calling me, but we were on live. I'm sorry about that, Captain.
Yes, yes. I'm gonna plug Screwball Peanut Butter Whiskey. I'm gonna plug Screwball Peanut Butter Whiskey as my drink for tonight.
Okay.
Charlie, you're not going out tonight, are you? I hope. Jim's droning. What's good? Yeah, Ray Kelly, we gave a shout out to you and everyone, Maddie, and everyone who's involved in the South Florida drone
Oh, don't
meetup.
forget Johnny.
Yes, Johnny Drone Flyer as well, and everyone else who are donating items to the South Florida drone meetup.
Well, I mentioned them because I know that they put together last year a very good meetup.
Right.
And like I said, if you did not make the first two, you're
Mm-hmm.
gonna really enjoy this one because this one is gonna be bigger than last year.
Hey, Chris.
And Captain Ray, I'm gonna give you I'm gonna repeat my shout out because I don't know if you was here earlier because Lawrence was saying that how you might be the biggest drone meetup on
the East Coast.
And
Yeah.
I said I went out and said that this is probably the biggest drone meetup in the country for drone pilots because I don't hear about anybody else putting together anyone like this. So
True. And Maddie claims numbers, but from 130 to 150 people.
Right. Those are big numbers for a bunch of guys who love the hobby. And talking about hobby.
Ray says he'll show the donations for on the fly for on the show tonight.
Okay.
So those guys donated a few shirts, right?
Yeah, a couple of shirts, and I had I think it was a lanyard for the smart controller. Any of the controllers it'll work on, I believe.
Okay.
And well, now I say any of the like the RC controller, the smart controller, or the RC Pro. And I think I gave him a gimbal guard for the Mini 3 Pro.
Okay, that's what's up.
I believe that's what I gave him. I don't know what I sent him a couple. I know I sent him some and some New York keychains.
He says he'll miss us this year and thank you for the support. They appreciate the support.
I wish I could be there, man. I wish I could be there.
We do, but we have
I definitely will be making next year.
Yeah. Yes.
Well, you're gonna the meetup is this weekend. I'll get the date for the next one on Monday.
Right.
Because
Exactly.
I know Captain Ray will be right on the fourth one as soon as this one, as soon as guys start checking out the hotel, Captain Ray will be planning the next one.
Mm-hmm.
So
Me
I
and
definitely will
Bill,
be making that one.
Jim's droning. Maddie and Bill Ronin and others will be simulcasting on multiple channels at the same time.
Okay.
Multiple views of the event location. Okay.
All right.
That'll be
All right.
good.
All right. Well, Lawrence, um, like I said, when we talk about drone community and the community,
Tammy said start driving after the stream. Unfortunately, Tammy, after this stream,
I
Herman has
can't.
to go out again.
I gotta go out again tonight. But no, but talking about drone community, and I was telling you this before, and I was mentioning like, a lot of things that I see in the drone community, guys do a lot of great things, but when I compare it to, and guys are gonna start to see this when we start getting into things like the FRIA and
Mm-hmm.
the AMA fields and some of the clubs that are at some of these fields.
Right.
These guys, you talk about community, they really, some of them, I know from what I know here, they really do it. And we have a lot of guys here are in Facebook groups and stuff like that. And a lot of these guys want to start throwing meetups and stuff like that and doing stuff to the magnitude of like what Captain Ray is doing. And one of the things that I know for a fact with these guys that fly a lot of these fixed wing planes that are in these groups, in these communities, at these airfields, they have a yearly dues. It's about like $100, $120, whatever it may be. And that calls for the upkeep of the field. And I know like at Calvert, and then they have a bathroom that is only for the guys who are flying. There's a key entrance to those parks. I have a key entrance to the park in Garrison.
Right.
You can drive right in with your car. That's it's a perk, but that's not a big deal. But what I'm saying is your dues goes towards when you have these meetups and you have like a couple hundred people in these groups that are putting in that yearly dues, that goes to purchasing the stuff that goes to the giveaways at these meetups where these
Right.
guys are actually winning new planes in raffles, and that
Yeah.
extra money that goes into these 50/50s goes towards some of the stuff that is given away to guys as just entrance to coming into the meetup or to the meetup, they're giving away something, and they have food at their meetups and stuff like that.
Right.
And this is how they do it. I'm just saying. And it's been working fine for them for years, and it's just a revolving system of the money from the people in the group keep funding the things that everyone in the group is enjoying. So it's a nice thing, and it's just another way of looking at it. And we join these, like I said, the Facebook groups. Some of these Facebook groups, like if watch this. There's over 1,000 people in, I'd say maybe 2,000, over 2,000 people in NYC 5 boroughs, right? If everyone was paying $100 dues a year, right?
Yeah.
Imagine the meetup they could throw.
Steak. They could have steak at the meetup.
It's just food for thought.
Yeah,
It's just food for
true.
thought.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? It's just food for thought. But
In a group that has 5,000 members, if you gave up $100, you
uh-huh.
could have one of the best meetups in the country.
Mm-hmm.
Even if half of them,
Mm-hmm.
it makes a lot of sense. I was telling Jackson RC, we have to get to Maryland this year.
Mm-hmm.
I have to try and get down there. I need to add Maryland to my Google Maps list
Mm-hmm.
of places I've traveled and flown in.
Mm-hmm. You know what? There's a few places I want to go. And I actually passed Maryland last year when I was with the family going down to we did the going down to Virginia. I didn't think I would
Right.
want I didn't think I wanted to do that drive, but I had just got the car nice and spotted up and I wanted to take it out on the road, and show off a little bit.
Right.
Yeah. So I drove down to Virginia and then they wanted to go to was it Ocean City?
Okay.
And we did that and then we end up everybody wants to go everywhere, but nobody ever says, "Yo, let me take the wheel."
I understand. I do understand. It takes a while.
Let's let's go here. Can we go here? Can we got enough to go here? Can we do this?
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry about it. I'll pay for the gas. Can you take the wheel? Shit, I'll pay for the gas.
Well, we'll definitely have to do that this year. Most of our vids are done at our field. Jackson was saying most of his videos he does are at the airfield down there by him.
Yeah, I kind of figured that.
Pegasus RC Club in Hagerstown, Maryland.
Okay.
Let me see if I can
Pull it up on the map.
copy this.
Uh-oh.
There we go. Wait, right click, copy.
What are you gonna look for?
I'm going to just
Airfield?
just going to Google Maps to entertain myself.
All right, I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. I hear you. You know what, Lawrence?
Yeah.
We always talk about on this channel a whole lot of damn things that have to do with drones. And a lot of times we've mentioned this a few times actually, that
Right.
not every day a new drone comes out, even though they have we were talking about a new Avata and everything like that and stuff like that was going on with the Autel
Right.
and things of that nature. Most of the things that come up in the unmanned world, in the drone space, drone community, whatever you want to call it, UAV, UAS, whatever you want to call it. Most of the stuff that comes up is in the commercial space and stuff for the future and where they're trying to go with drones. Or should I just label it as autonomous flight? And we happen to been able to listen to podcasts of a radio drone show.
Yes.
With Richard Moser. That's his name, right? Reese
Yes.
Moser. I'm sorry about that. Reese Moser. He happens to be the president of Ondas Holding and
Right.
is the CEO and co-founder of American Robotics.
Okay.
Now, for those of you who may not know who Ondas Holdings is, well, they're actually, I guess the big conglomerate of holdings of the corporation that owns these companies. But well, that's Iron Drone. That I didn't get to that one yet. But Ondas Holdings is a leading they're a leading provider of private wireless data, commercial drone solutions. That's what they are. That's how they describe themselves. And their drone solutions, right? What that they provide with them is through American Robotics
Right.
and their newly acquired company of Aerobotics. So basically what they're doing is you remember from the podcast what they've talked about is working with not only autonomous flight within an urban environment but also on the ground.
Right.
They talk a lot about their drone in a box solutions during this podcast. They talked about what was it, the Scout and the Optimus system,
Mm-hmm.
and how much they learned from these systems because they're highly autonomous AI powered systems that are capable of continuous autonomous flight. So these things have been, and I'm not saying this is them, they've rigorously been tested because they've now received, I know I shouldn't be drinking all this dang water, but I need it. They've they have a what is it, a $3.5 million purchase order with a joint venture with Skygo. Now, for those of you who don't know who Skygo is, and you probably shouldn't, Skygo is a UAE based company that uses autonomous flight or drones to transport goods and services
Okay.
across cities in Abu Dhabi and in Dubai.
Speaking about Dubai, I
Right
want to
now,
go. I want to go there.
well, a lot of people do, but right now, um, right now, as far as well, maybe, and you've checked this out, and this gentleman, Reese, was talking a lot about the products that they have and the fact that they're now moving into Abu Dhabi. From what I thought that they were just starting, but they already have systems deployed in Dubai.
Well,
And
up until recently, I had no idea that
mhm,
Dubai was so active using EV tolls and drones, and I had no idea. But go figure, you
I didn't
learn
know
something
either.
new every day. Good night, Paulie.
Hey, you're like, well, I didn't know either. And because someone had told me one time that you can't fly drones over there. And
Right,
I
right,
and I
and
didn't know because and I don't know what the case is as far as a consumer being able to fly drones. And it's probably you couldn't fly drones in certain areas.
from
Maybe
what
I,
I
I don't know.
understand, from what I understood,
Hmm.
there just like you have to take a test to fly in the UK,
Hmm.
there's a EU slash something test that you
Hmm.
have to take to be able to fly in places like Dubai and the Middle East.
Okay.
And you need to have that before you go there. From what I understand, it's there are drones all over the place. eVTOLs. They're using doing passenger. They're
Hmm.
doing light passenger, single. They're doing the
Well,
police are on eVTOL bikes. Some of
well,
them.
well, from what I understand from American Robotics and listening to this gentleman Reese speak, as of present with their systems, they're not doing any passenger uh vehicles.
Yet.
Um, they're not even in the development of it. What they're mainly into is the
You're
transport.
talking Oneida, right?
Huh?
You're talking
Ondas
Ondas. I'm
Holdings,
sorry, I said Oneida. Sorry, you're talking
American
Ondas.
Robotics. Well, Ondas Holdings is the umbrella over the whole uh thing with Ondas Networks that controls American Robotics and Aerobotics, which happens to deal with the underground robot and the air autonomous flight uh with them. From what this gentleman was saying. And like I said, he's saying that these systems are already deployed in Dubai and they're now
Mm-hmm.
going to Abu Dhabi because
Right.
he spoke about in the podcast about the Abu Dhabi drone infrastructure program.
Right.
They're looking to develop like the one that they developed in Dubai. And he
We'll
also
see.
mentioned
Go ahead.
about now wanting to I shouldn't say unleash, but deploy 50 systems at one time in Dubai. So
Wow.
there'll be about 50 of these things traveling in Dubai. And he was talking about traveling along the building's footprint at a
Mm-hmm.
slow, steady pace, nothing supersonic speed flying by.
Right.
Um, they do use air traffic management because they have to know where all of
Right.
these
Each
drones are
aircraft is, if there's
at
a
one
drone in
point,
the
right?
air.
Right, because as you know, American Robotics was the first to be able to receive from the FAA, you know, that certification to be able to travel beyond visual line of sight
I remember stories we've done on it.
without having people at the present point at the time of takeoff. So
Well, I've listen. I would like to see what their working UTM looks like. I'd like to see it in action. Hopefully, would I'll be able to find some videos. I'm going to try and do some research on their UTM over there,
mhm.
unmanned traffic management system. Maybe there are
And
videos. There are plenty of videos from
well,
places.
there are, I don't know who's doing the
Right, right. That's
traffic
the thing.
management system for them, but like I said to you, listening to this gentleman speak, and he's speaking on the fact that whether or not this can work in different cities, the question has always become, whether or not it can and cannot be done. We
Right.
talked about zip line and what zip line does up to 150 was 150 miles.
Hey, Jerry Franks.
A setup like that. Okay, watch this.
Good night, Neil.
Watch this. If you needed to use it,
Right.
right? If zip line or one of these the guys had a 150-foot radius, right? Not
Mm-hmm.
150 feet, but 150-mile radius
Right.
from the UPS hub in Canarsie, right? Or East New York, they can cover the entire Canarsie and probably portions of I don't know what's that over there, Georgetown area by the mall, that
Yeah.
side, going into it's saying 150 miles, right? So that
Yeah.
means I could probably get into the area of uh what's that back there behind King's Plaza? What area is that over there? I can't remember.
Mill. That's not Mill
Mill
Basin.
Basin.
Okay, it is Mill Basin. Okay.
Yes,
All right.
that Mill Basin area.
That would be a good listen. That would be a great area. To
And honestly, if you really want to get into it,
hmm
150 feet from, why do I keep saying feet? 150 miles from that UPS hub in that area,
would
you
cover a
might
lot
even
of
be able to make it
territory.
into the Rockaways.
Not even yet there, and I'm thinking some parts of Astoria from that
Hmm.
hub there.
The
It's
one
less
I'm
than a
talking about right there in, it's like a that would be like you would consider that to be Canarsie area. Yeah, I guess it would be like, it's not too far from the from Starrett City area.
okay. Yeah, you're right. It's not.
So
Oh,
you can
let's see.
catch that entire area of Brooklyn with something like that. It's not impossible. Now, do you want to stop at certain places? Maybe not.
Yeah, you're right. You're right about that. You are right about that.
Can you imagine them over there in Brookline watching these things go up? You see that? You see
I
that?
told you. I told you there was stuff flying around here. And I could also see in that neighborhood. Shoot it down. Shoot it.
Mm-hmm.
Shoot him. Shoot him. Not shoot
Nah,
him. Shoot him.
but no, seriously, that was a real interesting conversation they had, because they're really doing a lot. You know, American robotics. We all know who American robotics is. We've seen their product.
Yes, we do.
You know,
Yes.
they work on some similar things as what's that, Boston Dynamics?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And
Mm-hmm.
they were talking about their drone in the box solution that I thought was interesting. You remember, not only we talk about changing and charging batteries, but changing payloads for the different for whatever mission that is necessary. That is what I thought was
All
interesting.
right, Ray Kelly, have a good stream.
Um, they're not only doing that, but they also have, as you saw before, what was that? The anti drone, anti-drone uh hardware and
Counter
software.
drone system. Yeah,
Right, the Iron Drone, that was the one that you were showing in the beginning.
I have it right here.
Yeah, Iron Drone. Iron Drone happens to be another drone in the box solution that they have.
Yep, it
That
can launch. Check it
yeah,
out. It can launch and go after your drone, and you
yeah,
can't do nothing about it.
right. It sends out like this high-powered net that catches your drone in
With
it.
the parachute.
Yeah,
And it's a racing drone, so don't think you can outrun it.
yeah,
I just want to, this is the targeting
it'll walk
system
you
right
down.
here. This is the targeting system. Once it gets within a certain range, it launches that particular parachute system, and your drone will glide down to the ground slowly but surely. I'll put it up again to show you. It launches autonomously, drone in the area. Stop. I want to point out, hold on, let me go
What?
back here. Hold on.
What you point out?
Right here. Motors on the top, motors on the bottom. It's an FPV drone. I'm pretty
Uh-huh.
sure it hits, I don't know the speeds, but from the size of these motors here, it looks like it probably hits close to about 100 miles per hour.
You think?
But it's a racing drone,
Mm-hmm.
8 engines,
Mm-hmm.
8 against 4. It's going to
Mm-hmm.
catch you eventually. I mean, unless you're doing some dynamic flying. But
Oh,
once
it
it's locked
depends.
in on you, from
Mm-hmm.
what I see here, then it launches again and
Well, that's because you're trying to get away, so you're moving in a straight line.
true,
That's why he can lock on you.
true, true. Because I've seen Star Wars. Always move to the left, move to the right, up, down. But I'll put the video, the short, in here so you can hear
You
it with
burn more
sound.
fuel doing that.
That's okay. I'll do a dive, break some speed records.
Really?
Jim Frank says can't catch as many.
Sure it can.
Bouncing to the
Sure
patient,
it will.
bouncing out to a patient. Lambo, be safe out there, man. We appreciate you. Thanks for coming. And guys, don't forget to hit that like button on the way out if you haven't hit it already. Wonder if it has more than one shot. I doubt it very much, Jerry.
No, I don't think it's got more
I
than
doubt it very much. So far from what I've seen against drone anti-drone drone detection, yeah, it's a one and done.
yeah.
Like us old guys.
Well, you know what? If you eat a little bit of steak or something like before, you,
I know where you're going with this, but go ahead. Go
you
ahead.
might be able to get round two.
Oh my goodness.
No,
Round
but
two. You
can you give me a second? I gotta run inside and check something real quick.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
Let me-
Anyway, shout out to everyone going down to the South Florida Drone Meetup. You guys have fun if you're down there already. If you're traveling down there, safe travels. Like I know Quadcopter and Tech, he's in North Carolina now. I know a few people are down there. Ron Brown is down there. I wonder if Marcus is going. Marcus will probably be there. I will just activate the smoke screen and lose it. Provided it doesn't have infrared, but it shouldn't. It looked like a regular FPV camera that I saw, and to be honest, I think that thing. Hold on, let me pull it back up just in case to show you guys this video here. Pause it. Let me pull it back up on screen real quick. I'm just pointing out the fact that, hey, let's play it with sound since no one's here, and we can do that. Once again, launches autonomously because you've flown into a restricted area. But the fact that this thing has racing drone engines, I'm pretty sure it moves pretty quick. The best part is,
I'm
like
back.
I said, that shoot system, that system. Hey, and you're lucky that whoever it is that gets caught by it, you're lucky that the parachute deploys.
Well, your joint might be messed up anyway.
Oh, well, it broke
From
two
the
props.
net.
It broke two props. Yes, from the net actually broke two of the props while it was entangling it.
Because
So
it's spinning so fast.
yeah, definitely. But if you want to see the video, like I said, yourself and hear it with all of the sound effects and things like that, there's only so now we will have to hold on. What does it say? We'll have breaking news stories showing drone chases.
Oh.
No.
Imagine that.
Look after the Canadians there.
Well, think about this.
Yeah.
These drones got so much range now.
Mhm.
You know, I mean, listen, the Phantoms were making the Brooklyn to Bayonne trip.
Yeah. You're right. Phantom, that's true. Phantom 4s were flying from Brooklyn to Jersey. I remember.
So with that being said, with these drones now having a better connection, you never know. You never know what.
Could you imagine? Could you
And I'm not endorsing it. I'm just saying.
You're flying your drone, and all of a sudden,
While I'm saying it, somebody's probably doing it or trying to repeat somebody else's already done.
True, that's true. But could you imagine, Herman,
Mhm.
if they put a light on it, and all of a sudden you're in the air, you see this light blinking, getting closer. Then just as you recognize it, boom, get hit with the chute. Get hit with the net. It's already too late. Instead of saying, "What's that coming towards me?" you should be turning around and trying to get the hell out of Dodge. But But these things are automatically
Let's go
deployed in
down
areas
or
that
go
are
up.
designated no-fly zones.
No, I think that would be something that would be used on a drone that was like a malicious intent
Right, around a
flying.
stadium.
Well, no, more so like entering towards like a power plant or even like,
Infrastructure.
or and you
Infrastructure,
like when
yes.
yeah, maybe like when you
Yes.
say like a stadium, but I wouldn't see them doing it like the guy who's flying over, you know, who's flying over the bleachers in the outfield somewhere. I think that would be dangerous.
It would. I think so as well. But
But
like you said,
around the
in the
stadium
infrastructure,
outside, like that meathead that might want to try flying the Super Bowl in the Dome Stadium.
yeah,
Yeah, him.
yeah, yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. That is true right there.
Yeah. No, but I just thought that a lot of these things like that
Well, here,
yeah,
American
drone in the
robotics,
box solutions.
but
Yeah.
American robotics, Herman, the video here, I had it in the wrong spot. But American robotics has been doing this for a long time.
Yeah, because like I said,
You
there's
guys may
systems.
not realize, but for a long time, American robotics has been in the drone in a box game before other people even thought about it.
Them and Percepto.
Yeah, Percepto too is another company that's at least got 2, 3 years under their belt
Well,
and able to fly beyond visual line of
more than
sight as
that.
well.
More than that. Yeah, more than that under their belt for flying. Percepto, I saw Percepto shoot more than 2 years ago. But
Yeah.
this thing here, they say is design is rugged, you know, for weather conditions and stuff like that.
Hmm.
And
It actually show
yeah.
how it handles the wind. It's on the return here in the video to the box. If you look how windy the
Mhm.
corn is blowing, and you'll see this thing say, "All right, I'm going to land." Not yet, not yet. Oh, wait, wait, and the wind is blowing.
Well,
So
see, here's the thing. This is one of their older systems.
yes, definitely, and this is an agricultural drone as well.
Right. This is one of the older systems. They develop more systems, and like I told you before, they're now branching into Abu Dhabi.
Right.
Dubai, they now want to deploy 50 systems at one time. Now, this could be a combination of both land, ground, and air, or I
Yeah.
don't know, but that's what the gentleman was talking about. And I thought it was interesting because we're always talking about can it be done, but well, I told you about SkyGo.
Hmm.
SkyGo has a license to uh
Hey,
operate
V Dub, what's good?
operate in Middle East or the EU, delivering goods and services via drone autonomously,
Hmm.
and they have a deal with American Robotics to supply an aircraft when their Optimus system.
Right.
You know, they have a Scout system, the Optimus system. I told you that they learned from.
Hmm.
These were their two main drones that they deploy with different payloads and stuff like that to
Right.
you know, this is basically the backbone of their company. Those two
Well,
guys.
if they're going over to Dubai to do their thing, I'm sure
No, they're
they
not going
will
over to
be
Dubai.
quite well.
They're not going. They're in Dubai, and they already have them working in Dubai. They're now
Let's see.
talking about branching now to. They're now going to Abu Dhabi.
Oh, okay, okay. They're
They're,
expanding.
mhm. They want to increase the amount of drones to 50 at a time in Dubai.
Okay,
You know,
understandable.
and from if you listen to the podcast that they were talking and looking at the article that he had on it, and it was pretty much saying that this is probably going to be like the global
The proving
the
ground for the
global
world to
blueprint.
watch. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
the
global
rest of the world is going to
blueprint.
watch what they do and how they handle UTMs and everything in over in Abu Dhabi and other
Because
places in that hemisphere.
it's the biggest yet at one time. 50. We talk about drone light shows and being able to do drone light shows, and that's a great thing. And they've been able to increase that to a couple hundred of drones now.
Right,
We're now talking about drones moving autonomously, each one doing its own mission.
right. All 50
You know,
in common airspace. I look forward to seeing some videos of all of this stuff happening.
well, I like to see how the actual
System
UTM system
works.
sets up and how it's actually controlled, because he says that with it, they themselves not only be working with a UTM, but them themselves, the operators of the system, have to know where the hell that drone is. It's like a train. The
Yeah, I
train
get it.
dispatcher knows where all of the trains are. Same.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I
No,
want to see I want to see some of this stuff before I'm too old to see.
what? You'll be around.
Well,
I like I said,
knowing the people I
uh,
know,
you need help. You need help.
how does it
Definitely.
work? Is it under one pilot's control? Well, Jerry Franks, depending on what country, like I know here in the United States,
Ah,
a pilot that's allowed to fly delivery drones. We're not talking your recreational, we're not talking your Part 107. From what I know here
mhm.
in the United States, I think they are allowed to fly up to 6. Over in Abu Dhabi, the conditions may be different because they're trying to launch 50 at a time.
It
But as far as
depends.
being under one pilot, I doubt it. Maybe one pilot to control 10.
It depends.
Right. It
If you're
depends on
talking, if you're talking on the normal Part 107, one.
right. 107 part 10. That's why I excluded part 107 and recreational
Under
flyers.
part, was that
Is 183 or
no
185?
35?
135. Okay, I had the
You
three.
you which is a air carrier series. They moved was special use case for drones to fit into it,
Mm-hmm.
because this is mainly was for actual a manned plane, that
Right.
part.
But as far
Part
as
35. And these guys now operating drones under it to deliver, but that's here in the United States.
well, see, now he's asking a
And
second.
over in and what happened
Go ahead, finish what you're saying.
in Dubai, it's a little different. Yes, they have regulatory standards, but not like here, not like here. And
Right.
with an autonomous system, you uh from what I got from listening to Reese speak, it's all autonomous, and
Mm-hmm.
just like how they've gotten approval from the FAA to operate here in certain areas, they've been able to get the same approval with their systems over there to operate more than one system at a time through the same
Right.
network.
Right.
If you listen to some of the things that we talk about here, we talk about a lot of the systems having networks. Even DJI with the when was that, the Matrice 30 came out, that is something that can work in a network.
Yes, yes. The drone has to be capable of working in the network. Hey, Ray of Sunshine. He also had another question, which it needs. These are
What was this
great.
question?
These are great questions.
I
If
don't
we
know
can
if I can
answer.
answer it, but I mean,
No, he says, how do they do drone fireworks shows? Now, see, that's different. That's under different conditions because they are not delivering anything, or
mhm.
you do have to clear out an airspace for these drones to fly in. Once that airspace is cleared and marked a no-fly zone, the autonomous drones,
You know who
there's a
would
whole
be a
crew that
great
goes behind
person?
it. Yes, Steven
Stephen would be a great person to answer
from the
that
flyby
question.
guys.
But what I do know with these drones, as far as moving to deliver something, um, like I said, they have UTMs in these other places that
That
these
control all of
drones
that.
are not running into each other. And we've spoke here on the channel a few times about up in from was that Utica to was
Yes,
that
Rome, New York to
Rome to
Utica, New
Utica?
York. Yes.
Yeah, from one airport to the other, they have a 50-mile corridor that's been established for testing these type of
For testing UTMs. But
things.
getting
And
back to how they
but
do.
no, but it comes into play with what's being asked.
Right.
They've been able to manage traffic coming in and out of this corridor, traffic beyond visual line of sight in this corridor, because
Correct.
50 miles, and they've already made trip from one airport to the other.
Hmm. And with multiple drones, they already doing.
Right, so it's
But
it's already being tested and proven to be done with.
right now, as far as how many pilots control what, like Herman mentioned, that depends on what country
Well,
you're in.
that I don't know how many, but I know it's an autonomous system.
Right.
I believe that you probably may need to have someone that can override. Yeah, I understand the point what you're asking. How many? I don't know.
Hey,
That would
Frank
depend on
Rizzo,
the country, like
this
what
is
I
true.
said,
This is
because
true.
the FAA
And,
is definitely gonna ask for something different than what somebody else is doing.
and getting back to your question about the how do they do drone light shows? From what I understand, and I do not know everything about it. Like you mentioned, Stephen from the Flyby Guys does this for a living. He would be the person to ask. But from what I understand, you have to section off an area where your drones are
Mhm,
doing the drone light show,
mhm,
altitude and everything, make it a complete no-fly zone. And
mhm,
then after that, once airspace is cleared, the
mhm,
drones are operated and run from a switchboard. All you do is set up the drones, make sure the batteries are charged and things
mhm.
like that. But as far as I know, how they're allowed to operate so many drones, 100 drones, 200 drones, 500 drones, that's under completely different guidelines from a drone delivery
Right.
service.
Well, I kind of understand where he's coming from, because in itself it is autonomous,
And
whereas
it's multiple drones.
where you do have someone who actually designs what's going to actually happen.
Right, right,
It's a coding system,
right. Now, each
and
drone, of course, is
guy,
aware of each other.
right, and each drone is they're all speaking to one another.
Yes, that's
We've
another
talked about a
network.
few different systems here on the channel that where people talk about their program uh being able to talk to one another. What was it that they called it? What was it?
Mesh, a mesh.
A mesh system. Yes,
Yes,
a
mesh,
mesh system where their mesh
MESH.
system are able to communicate with other drones in their system, and they'll know what the next guy is doing, and all being broadcast back to a central location, which would be the home base or your mothership, whichever one you subscribe to. You know.
Yes. Now, in answer this, I just looked
Mhm,
this site up off the top of my head. This may help, but I
mhm.
Googled how to do a drone light show, and what it consists of is a
Said
system
call
that,
Steven from the Flyby Guys.
yeah, definitely, definitely. It consists of a network of mesh drones that know where each and every drone is. This is particularly one company. I just Googled how to, here, right here. Hold on. Hold on. One more. How to do a drone light show. And this particular company came up. You have 50 drone shows. Some people offer
Mhm,
different services. but it is a network that
Do they
they
have?
create a UTM, unmanned
Mhm.
traffic
Okay.
management system in a restricted area.
Hmm.
And once that area is established,
Okay.
you can pretty much program these drones to do whatever you want. The more drones, the more detail. This
Uh-oh.
company does it. So what I'm going to do is copy it, and hopefully this will give you some idea of what's done. Like we said, Steven from the Flyby guys, he does that for a living. That's one of the things they do.
Multiple.
Flyby guys do for a living. This company that I put here is just from a random search.
You
But
know
you
what?
can, there are companies, hold on one second, Herman.
Mhm.
Hey, Lake Pilot, there are companies out there that will
Mhm.
sell you drone networks for a price. You can get 10 drones, you can get 20, you can
Mhm.
get a 100. Go ahead, Herman.
Do they have a section down there you can leave a comment on that thing?
Let's see. Hold on. I'll go here. I'll go here and share, and we shall see. Contact.
Yeah.
Let's try contact.
Leave them a message.
I'm going to try and see right now your request.
Okay.
I would have to fill out
Put
all of this
put
information.
your name and everything down there. In the message, put my friend Steven does better light shows than you. Oh.
Oh, see, now we stop sharing. You trying to start a fight. He uses the one service that I showed you before. Yes, you're right, Jody. Yes, yes. Um, it's interesting because they're two completely different concepts, but yet they're both based on autonomous drones flying. And it's a matter of how many drones can one operator fly?
Well, well,
And once again, that
drone,
depends on what country you're in.
with a drone light show, I think it's all under it would fall under waivers and stuff like that that you would have to get. I can only speak for here. I mean, for how
Yeah,
done
yeah.
here, and to be able to get your system, which is a computerized system to launch these drones, and with this all computerized, even the drones we fly, to launch
Ray of
these systems
sunshine.
and be able to do what they to
Ray of
do
sunshine
different programs as programs.
says,
Yes.
Herman, I thought you were reaching out to network.
Who reaching
Ray
out?
of sunshine says, I thought, Herman, I thought you were reaching out to network.
Like reaching out to network.
Oh yeah, yeah. When you reaching out,
Oh, out in no,
but
I'm just saying. I'm just saying.
okay.
But
Well,
no, this is big. This is big because, like I said, they claim that this is the
Abu Dhabi is going to be the rat in the testing chamber. They
believe it
want
or
to see where the rat goes, what happens, et cetera, et
not.
cetera. Because right now, Abu Dhabi, they plan on doing things over there that the rest of the world needs to take note of.
Really? You think so?
I think so. I
Oh,
think so. The police over there are already flying on eVTOL motorcycle bikes. They're trying to introduce a taxi system for
where the hell are
drones.
they flying these things at?
Huh?
You mean like the ones from Star Wars?
Oh no, 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 no. The actual
With the
police.
joints and they're like,
Hold on. Let me see if I could find
those
E
type of things.
OLICE police. See, I type in police drone bike, Dhabi, Dubai, and it comes up right away.
Mhm.
Yeah, there are not a lot of them. There are not a lot of them, but from what I understand, and this was 5 years ago.
Mhm.
This video, hold on, let me
Oh, they
kill
probably
them.
sucked.
Huh?
They probably sucked 5 years ago.
Sucked. No, they don't mention how many pilots got killed, but this is the kind of stuff they were doing 5 years ago. So if they were doing this 5 years, imagine what they have access to now. But
Mm,
it goes on to say how it's so congested, and
mm,
sometimes police need to go from ground level to the
mm.
height of a skyscraper.
How fast?
Well, this is one of the bikes. My
If
only
you try to
problem,
set that up, you'd be gone by now. It's all them tie wraps though.
Listen, check this out. This was 5 years ago.
Oh, that no.
Yeah, with them props there. Yeah, I know. Let's see. Hold on. Let's see what they have. Um, let's see what they have back here. This I remember. This was from 4 years ago, so they've improved.
I'm good.
Yeah, me too. I'm not
I'm,
sitting on top of props to
I'm
fall
good.
over.
Looks like something John Deere would make, and they messed up and put the motors upside down.
Thank you.
A
Thank you.
sports edition of the lawnmower.
But with them doing stuff like this 4 and 5 years ago, the lawnmower, right? They screwed up on the lawnmower. But with this going on 4 and 5 years ago,
Mhm.
I can only imagine what they have now. I don't think this actually
They
took
have
off. I
these
think
two
they
people
tried
trying
it.
to convince him that he
They
should
did
ride
try
this
it.
thing.
Right. He said, "Don't worry. If you fall, just clinch up into a ball." But from what I was saying, I don't think that this was too successful. They did try it for a while. Things are so loud. Who could you sneak up on? And you see right here, if he's got to
uh,
go that slow, they'll never catch anyone.
well, he still got to wait for a patrol car to come.
This is true. This is true. But it just goes to show where they are in the world as far as drones.
Mhm.
5 years ago, okay, 5 real bikes. Let's see what else. Hover
I don't know,
test.
Lawrence.
Oh, here's
But
one from 2 years ago. Go ahead, Herman.
I don't know, but I do know
No, this is the
that
same video. Is it?
well, what
Oh
I
no, 'cause this
know is
guy
that
goes up really high.
we had mentioned on Wednesday night with those guys
Oh,
179.
Herman, you missed a crash. Go ahead.
Oh
I'll
no,
leave.
I did see it, but
I'll leave it
179
to the guys.
Wednesday night with those guys 179. We had mentioned that well, that's when Archer had announced that they were had a Newark to New York route
Yeah.
for the midnight eVTOL, and that they were working with United to do this from the United hub at Newark Airport
Mm-hmm. I
to
remember the story.
Pier 6 in Manhattan. As soon
Yep.
as these things are approved by the FAA and they're allowed to operate,
Yes.
that they plan on having that route. Well, now they've announced plans to launch Chicago's first air taxi route.
Yep.
Yeah,
So that's
that
that's
will,
two routes
yeah,
now.
that will be it will start from was that between stretch between here International, right,
Yeah.
and a vertiport Chicago, which is the supposedly the largest vertical aircraft takeoff and land facility in the nation.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is good. This is big.
This
Um,
is big because now you have the launch, like you said, in Newark to
mhm.
Lower Manhattan, and you have this one in Chicago. And we spoke about this before the live stream. We wonder if they're going to have a launch in 2025 also in Los Angeles or the California side.
Right, so it'll be a simultaneous launch that they want
Right.
to do,
That would be great for their stocks.
and I think that we have mentioned this back when we first mentioned about the New York route. That
Yeah, here's the New York one, right? They just
the
showed.
reason why New York did it is because New York heard the talk about the Paris Games, and New York just couldn't be without it.
Yes, yes, yes.
You
This is
know,
their first route in Chicago, from Chicago Airport to downtown. It says 10 minutes as opposed to an hour and 40. The actual story
yeah,
did say
that's
almost an hour and 50.
That
And
that
in New York,
that is a good cut down time.
from Newark Airport to New
It was
York,
another 10 minutes.
another 10-minute flight, and
Yeah.
it's instead of an hour and 15 by car. So could you imagine, Herman, like you said, them
Hour and
launching?
15 minutes, and that's maybe to
Yeah,
nowhere in
maybe.
Manhattan.
Right, right, right. This is the heliport of Manhattan, which is an actual heliport. Okay, so I look forward to this. United is smart. Could you imagine on launch day in
Oh yeah.
2025,
How
they will
much
be
people?
launching in multiple states.
But
Here's
I
one.
don't
Oh,
think
wait, see,
but
they just
but
showed California.
but see, here's the thing. I still think it's another rich man's toy.
Right now, yes.
Yeah.
And they say that. They actually say that in the story
Mhm.
that until it becomes more affordable and they can branch out, this is what they call a truck route.
Mhm.
So this one particular route, say from Newark Airport, will be the starter, and
Right.
eventually they will branch out from Newark Airport to maybe the west side of Manhattan or the east side of Manhattan, as opposed to south to
What
southern Manhattan.
about from
From
JFK
New-
and LaGuardia?
exactly, exactly. But this is one of the paint jobs that United has that we thought was pretty cool.
Yeah.
You remember we saw the one with
Well,
the faded?
well, the faded from black to white is midnight.
Yes. Oh
If
yeah,
you
yeah,
look, the
yeah.
midnight is dressed with the United symbol to the back half of the aircraft where it fades into the white. Yep. That's what Archer has in plan for with United for midnight. So midnight's now got a route scheduled here in New York and one in Chicago, huh?
Yeah, yeah, and in that video that I just
Tim
showed,
Jackson.
that Herman, they said
Mhm.
something about California having a line in
Okay.
California. Tim Jackson, good morning. How are you, sir? Hope all is well.
Yeah, how you
Rob
been,
C,
man?
what's good, man? They
Rob
have that
C.
landing in Central Park, according to the graphic. I have to look back at that. They have that landing in Central Park.
Who?
Um, that's what Rob C was saying. I'll have to look at that again.
What? The drone?
The part, yeah, yeah,
Oh,
the
it's
arch that they
okay.
made.
Land it.
Hey,
As long as you land it safely.
true. This
I
is
don't think
true.
I don't think they'll mind too much.
I'll have to look at this again while we're talking about this.
What?
I want to see.
You know what we didn't do, Lawrence?
Yeah, this is the wrong one.
What?
All right.
The Archer to New York? No, that
Yeah,
was the Chicago I sent you before.
yeah. You sent me to
But
Chicago. I pulled up one with all three
you know,
routes.
you know what we didn't do? You
Pay
didn't
homage.
take a break for a sponsor for you
Pay homage.
in the whole 2 hours. Well,
You
anyhow,
mean, you mean I'm going to get less in my check this week?
because you
Yeah.
didn't
What else?
remind me.
What else is new?
Anyway, well, Wednesday night with those guys is sponsored by
Those
those
guys.
guys.
Salute to you. Landing soon. Great show, gentlemen. Thank you. And we'll all be well. Safe travels, Jeff. Enjoy the South Florida drone
Yes,
meetup,
Jeff.
guys.
Enjoy, man.
Yeah, we got another minute or two. Don't forget to
Enjoy.
check out all the live streams
Make
that are
sure,
lined up tonight because Ray Kelly and them are hyped up. This will be the last show before their meetup.
yeah. I wish
So
you
I know
guys
those
all the
guys are
best.
hyped. What happened?
I wish you guys all the best. Captain Ray, man, put on a good show.
Yes,
Oh,
yes, and everyone else coming on later on tonight. Unfortunately, tonight is Mandalorian night, and for the last 2 days, I've gotten up at 3:30 in the morning. Like Herman and I said, "Hey, Copper State, we are actually working on a project with a 17-story building,
all right.
and
You
it's
got to get up
required that
again.
we're there, or else we would be in Florida."
You got to get up again.
Huh?
You got to get up again, but never mind.
Yo, I'm gonna be up in the morning just in case, but.
No, but
It's that time, bro.
yeah, it is that time. and I'm sorry, but it's that time. I'd like to thank everybody and for coming and hanging out with us. We appreciate you all for coming out and talking with Lawrence, even though you might not want to. No, but no, we have
That's all,
we
folks.
we do have we do we do have some things that are interesting, you know, talking about things that mainly a lot of stuff that's going on in the future.
But don't forget to check out the 200th live stream.
Yeah, 200 is coming up pretty soon. You know, if you want your videos played or something like that, send us a video link. Maybe we'll put some videos on. We'll see what happens. Nobody knows what's going to happen yet, but we will be here. We, like I said, we thank you all for coming and hanging out with us and listening and for us to share these topics that come up with the stories. You know, it's always good to have a new video launch, well, I'm showing video, but a new drone launch.
Yes.
But yeah, we'll be back again next week. And you guys that's going down to the meetup, please have more than a little bit of fun and have some for me. The first night is a great night. The meetup, the meet and greet. That's where you're gonna really, really, really have some fun.
Yeah.
But guys, enjoy yourself, man. Have fun. Have a great weekend. And I guess I'll see you next time when we'll be back again next Wednesday with some new and interesting stories to share with you guys. Guys, be safe, fly safe, have fun.
Yes,
And
yes.
we'll see you next time.
Yes. Until next week, guys. Stay safe out there.
Good night, everyone.
Later.